docks, and there was a massive congestion getting in and out, so it was slowing down my Teamsters. So I like to sort of set that up a little bit more so that I get better routes into my docks.
Someone stole my manuscript and published it under a pseudonym. It was an autobiographical story about two men on a mountain who want to form
Yes, here's the
bonds. They even stole a
hilarious
surrealistic
Brokeback Mountain
chapter where
parody.
fairies prance under a rainbow. The circumstances behind the theft are very queer.
Very queer indeed. So I've got 45 citizens coming in now, so there's a lot of people coming in. I'm going to plop down a second Teamsters office. And I'm actually going to put it, I think, right here, so it's near the mines. Actually, I'm going to leave it until I get the mines up because I want to put it in the middle. So I'll get the tobacco factory up. So there's the squad. I'm going to get them to explore over here, so they should come past this mine, and I'll get them to explore down here, and then I'll get my whole area down here available to build. So my next mission.
I remember that time we really wanted to drain some brains here to Tropico. It was so depressing when we failed.
Yeah, so they want me to have 5 managers. I get 5 managers for dropping down 5 mansions. So I've got 20 grand, so that's great. So let's just find some spots to put these mansions. So as I mentioned, if I was playing Sandbox, I probably wouldn't be putting down the mansions. But because I'm getting a good reward for it, and obviously it's a mission for, it's compulsory for the mission, I'm going to have to do it, but that's fine. So I get those mansions down. Okay, so just sped things up a little bit. So I've got my iron deposit up here. That's a gold deposit. And this one I can't see, but I'll see it quite soon.
War never changes.
So this should bring them across here. I'll get this extra mine. I am going to drop that one up the back though. Get the iron deposit going. Okay, so there's gold. I dropped the gold mine. And so you can see I've already gone into negative cash flow here. You can generally go to about 10,000 before you can't do anything more. And I generally will keep around that level because it's probably the most efficient way of doing things.
Presidente, as you know, it is your will alone that keeps Tropico together. Without you, the entire island would crumble to dust and be lost forever.
Oh, excellent. So I've got a new heir. So I'm going to pick an arm
As
wrestling
the air
competition.
was born, all animals became quiet. A light shone through the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib and bowed to the infant.
So now you get to
At
pick
least,
a
that is
sort of
what we
talent
write in
or
history
a
books.
trait for your successor or one of your dynasty members. So I can get hidden rolls 10% faster, foreign aid's increased by 5%, or construction is 2% cheaper. I'm going to go with construction because generally building stuff is expensive over the long term, and 2% is not much, but it'll add up. So now I can pick who it is. Her name is Katia Zapato, and I can pick some costumes for her. I think I've already used most of these, so let's go with the full colonial costume. We'll have it in a lovely shade of bright purple with a supplementary colour of that nice green. I'll actually change her hair to, I think one of my heirs already has the fashion hair. So let's just go with a long bob cut. We'll make her, just give her, let's make her a ginger with no soul. I could give her a hat if I wanted, but that makes her bald, so I'm just going to stick with the hair. Or was it the long bob cut? And as accessories, I can give her glasses. I can give her a pipe or a cigar or a pacifier or a clown nose. I'm just going to give her the fashion glasses. So there we go. So these are my dynasty members at the moment. You can customize and level them up. I've got 227,000. It is 50 grand to level them up. So I think I've got all of my guys at level 2 at this stage. And my main person, Desiderio, at 3. So I'll give her an extra level up. See now, construction is 3% cheaper. My main one, I get 14% decrease on building costs. For one Carlos, his is 15% for mining and oil as opposed to 12. So you can see you get those. There's an effectiveness of +2 on max budget for America. So you do get those extra bonuses. So we've got this mine going. We're now getting through this little area here. Okay, so...
Great news. While searching
Fantastic.
through the crates of colony supplies, we found a sickle. Now we have something that goes perfectly with our hammers. This will boost production sky high. I can almost see the glorious future.
Okay, great. So now I can do my plantation upgrades. So what that means is I can come to the corn plantation here, and for 2 grand, I can increase my effectiveness per month up to a maximum of extra 100. So I'm already at 145. So I may not want to use that one right now.
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
So here we go again. I've got my choices, subsidy, personal gift, again the bank account if I want to upgrade my dynasty, mandate extension or 10 colonists. I'm going to take the mandate extension because that's going to push me back over 3 years because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to the end of the other missions. So that gives me a bit more time. But getting back to my plantation upgrades, I can, this is a really good one actually. I can get my fiber fertilization and increase plantations and hydroponic farms by 10 based on effectiveness of all other ones in the area. So if I add that one on now...
Jolly good, old chap. You've given His Majesty's subjects food, so now you should make them pay for it.
So I can issue here the edicts for no free lunch, extra rations, or both. I'm going to do extra rations, which means the revolutionists are going to help me, and it's also going to help everyone out because they're going to get more food. It means I've got less to export, but it means I'm more popular. So anyway, I'm going to pause this so I can keep talking about the plantation upgrade. So I've used fiber fertilization. So in a few seconds that's going to come through, but it's also going to affect this plantation and this one and any others, this one as well, any others I put are in the area. So there we go, you can see this one's already got an extra 13 based on that one next to it. And this one has it as well. So anything that's touching at the moment, I guess I thought there was also across the road, but apparently not. So get an increase on those. For my tobacco farm, I can increase the soil fertilization, increase fertilization, but soil quality degrades over time. I generally leave that one because I don't want it to get worse. And for the cocoa, for 5 grand, you can increase effectiveness by 100, which is pretty damn good. So I'm going to pick that one as well. So now I've got effectiveness of that cocoa plantation of 225 without even having full budget. And on full budget, I'll be up to 282. So some of these plantation upgrades are incredibly effective for the cost that you get out of them. With the dynasty members, I believe you only get whoever the current president is. So if I look at my current president, it is, where is it? Politics. Popular support, no, that's not it. So yeah, my current president is Desiderio, so I get his global effects, which you can see down the bottom there. Service buildings cost less, maximum are less. But if I assign my dynasty members to some of these buildings, so I've got here, this is my new dynasty member, Katia. Her cheapskate bonus gives me budget of the managed building is decreased by 12%. So that's a really good one to do on a building that's got a full budget, and it's probably going to happen once I get my mines up, because I think they're quite expensive to run. Put them in and you get 10% difference. 12% discount. But some of the, in short, some of the leader bonuses are passive and some of them are active, in that you need to put them into certs and certain buildings to get them to be used. Okay, I think I've actually got another trade route that I haven't used. No, I've got all 3 of my trade routes going at the moment. No, sorry, I don't have any of my trade routes going. I've got 3 ships available. So I do have that tobacco plantation now, so I'm going to add a ship. I've got an iron mine up the back, so I can also do this iron export. That's going to smugglers. I've got planks, but I don't have a logging factory yet. I've got the logging camp, so I'm going to leave that. Although we do have wool too, so I'm going to do the wool to the smugglers, because we've got those that llama farm here. Okay, great. So we've got my other deposit over here. It's coal. I'm going to build a little road just along there. I haven't got the cash to put the mine down yet, so we'll just wait for that to happen. So we've got some families in these mansions, so that's not too bad at this stage. We've got good effectiveness from the location. If I start putting some parks and things down, that'll pick up as well. So what I'd like to find is I've got a building that has a high maintenance cost. Here we go at the library, $100 per month. So I'm going to throw my cheapskate in there. And that's brought it back down to 88 or 59. Okay, I've got a little bit more cash, so I'm going to drop in that final mine over here. And then when I get the rest of my cash, I'm going to bring on the roads around here, loop it around, so they'll be able to use this. They'll be able to use this dock. Oh, that extra rations mission is still going, so I need to issue that edict. That's my dynasty members, there's the edicts. So let's do extra rations.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
That's it. So now I get more revolutionaries, free technology, or new trade routes. And actually I'm going to take the free technology.
I sat with 3 other members of the research team.
Great.
It dawned on us. We're 4 men. You get it? 4 men? Incidentally, we also discovered bad puns.
Bad puns should always be the first technology you research. So now I've got extra manager roles. So if I come to the dock here now, I've got a couple of other guys here I can use who aren't my dynasty members, who are, you can pick by this little flag colour in their face. So now I've got a mining and oil magnate guy to use, and I've got a mentor, and that effectiveness is increased by 1 for all other nearby buildings. So a really good one to put them in would be the grocer here, because that would also affect all of those. Or even the Catholic mission, again it would affect all of those in the same area. So I'm going to put them in the grocer. And so now if we go to the Catholic mission, you've got a mentor manager next door. It only adds on 1, but it's just a little bit extra that you get for all the other buildings. The other thing that's here is there's a decent amount of trees here, so what I may do is actually bring this road around and put another logging camp in here. Just so that I'm not wasting the trees there. Because one of the things is that there's not a lot of areas where there are quite a dense amount of trees for a logging camp. This is one of them, and I'd really like to get that reforestation.
We just discovered the number of times you need to get hit by a plank to actually discover something. It is around 7, depending on the plank in question. We call this the plank constant. I'm sure it will become very...
So basically I can build a lumber mill now. So I've got logging camp, I can build a lumber mill. We may actually put the lumber mill down here. But again, I'm just going to wait till I get a little bit more cash. So one of the things you can see at my buildings up here is that I've got quite a lot of boxes. Basically what that's meaning is that there's a lot of production that's sitting there that isn't being shipped out. So what that's saying is that we probably need
The king
another...
is very excited.